Ladies, let me ask you something straight from the heart. Have you ever woken up in the morning, sat on the edge of your bed, and quietly wondered, am I really doing enough to take care of my body now that I'm past 60? Be honest with yourself, maybe you felt a little dryness you didn't used to feel, or a bit of discomfort that makes you pause. Maybe you've noticed that the way you start your mornings today just doesn't feel the same as it did years ago. And you know what? That's normal. The truth is, the routines and habits that carried you through your 30 and 40, they don't always serve you once you reach your 60 and beyond. Your body is changing, quietly, every single day. And sometimes, those little changes are easy to brush off, until suddenly they're not so little anymore. Here's why this matters. After 60, your feminine health is more delicate, more precious, and more important than ever before. And it's not just about comfort. It's about your independence, your confidence, your freedom to live the way you want. Because when your body doesn't feel right, it doesn't just affect you physically, it touches every part of your life, from your energy to your mood to the way you see yourself in the mirror. But here's the good news, you are not powerless. You can make small, simple changes every morning that protect your health, restore your comfort, and keep you feeling strong and confident. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 feminine care habits that you must start every single morning once you're over 60. These aren't complicated. They don't require expensive products. And they don't take much time. But together, they create a powerful routine that can keep you comfortable, confident, and steady for years to come. Now, before we dive in, I'd love to hear from you. Do you already have a morning routine that works for you? Just drop a simple yes or no in the comments below. I love reading your responses, they remind me that we're on this journey together. And while you're at it, hit the subscribe button to join us here at Elderly Wisdom Guide, where every video is designed to help you live healthier, stronger, and more peaceful in your later years. And listen carefully, what I'm about to share today might surprise you. Because if you skip these habits, it's not just comfort that's at risk. It's independence. And once independence slips away, getting it back is not easy. That's why I always tell my ladies, don't wait until it's too late. Right after watching this video, check the link in the description for the 29 days to reclaim your confidence challenge. It's already helping women everywhere stay one step ahead of these exact issues, before they ever have the chance to take control. So, let's get started, because your mornings, and your confidence, deserve more than just routine. They deserve care. Let's begin with the very first habit, and it might surprise you with how simple it sounds. Hydration. Now, I know what you're thinking. Water? Really? That's it? But hear me out, because this one habit can change more than you realize. I'll never forget one of my patients, her name was Linda. She was sharp, lively, always busy, and like so many women, she loved her morning coffee. Every single day, she'd roll out of bed, head straight for the coffee pot, and sip her cup while reading the paper. But here's the thing, Linda never drank water until much later in the day. And for years, she didn't think twice about it. She thought coffee was enough. She thought her body would just catch up with fluids throughout the day. But what she didn't realize was that her body, and her skin, were dehydrating overnight. You see, while you sleep, your body is still working. You're breathing, you're regulating temperature, you're losing fluids. And when you wake up, your tank is already low. That's why, especially after 60, the very first thing your body craves in the morning is water. And here's the important part, after menopause, hormonal shifts lead to dryness. Not just in your skin, not just in your mouth, but in your intimate areas too. That dryness isn't just uncomfortable, it can affect circulation, elasticity, and even increase the risk of irritation or infection. And the simplest, most natural way to start addressing that is with hydration. Now, there's a big misconception here. So many women think, well, I drink a couple glasses of water during the day, so I'm fine. But by the time you feel thirsty, or by the time you get around to that glass of water in the afternoon, dehydration has already taken its toll. Your tissues have been running on empty for hours. Think of it like a garden. If you water your plants only once the soil has completely dried out and cracked, you'll see them droop, struggle, and take longer to bounce back. But if you water them gently, consistently, first thing each morning, they thrive. Your body works the same way. So, here's a simple but powerful tip: start your day with a warm glass of water. Just one. You can even add a squeeze of lemon if you like. That one glass kickstarts digestion, hydrates your tissues, and gives your body the signal it needs to wake up and function well. It's like giving your body a gentle, good morning hug from the inside out. It doesn't take much, just a few sips before your coffee, before your breakfast, before you start the day. Over time, that small act builds resilience in your skin, supports circulation, and helps maintain balance where your body needs it most. So, if you take nothing else away from this first habit, remember this: water isn't just hydration, it's prevention. Prevention against discomfort, against fatigue, against the slow creeping of dryness that so many women accept as just aging. But water isn't the only thing your body needs in the morning. There's something else just as important. Let's move into the second habit. And this one often goes overlooked because it feels so ordinary, but it makes all the difference in how your body feels throughout the day. I'm talking about your morning hygiene ritual. I'll never forget Mary. She was in her mid-60s when she came to see me. Lovely woman, always smiling, always so proud of her routines. And she told me she was still using the same scented body washes she'd loved back in her 40s. She loved the smell, the bubbles, the feeling of being extra fresh after her shower. But over time, something changed. She started noticing irritation she couldn't explain, itching, dryness, even discomfort that seemed to get worse after bathing. At first, she thought it was just her age catching up with her. But the truth was, it wasn't her age, it was her soap. You see, after menopause, your skin and mucosal tissue become thinner, more delicate, and more sensitive. It's like the protective layers that once bounced back so easily now need extra care. Harsh soaps, especially those filled with perfumes and chemicals, strip away the body's natural balance. And when that balance is gone, irritation, dryness, and even infections step in. But here's where so many women get it wrong. There's this idea that, the more soap, the cleaner you are. We scrub, we lather, we think more bubbles mean more freshness. But in reality, too much soap, especially the wrong kind, often makes things worse. It can wash away the natural oils and healthy bacteria your body actually needs to stay balanced. Think about it like this. Imagine polishing a wooden table every single day with a harsh chemical cleaner. At first, it looks shiny and clean. But over time, the wood starts to crack, dry, and weaken. Your skin and intimate areas work the same way. So, here's my advice, and it's simple. In the morning, use lukewarm water, not hot. Hot water strips the skin even faster. And choose a gentle, fragrance-free cleanser, something mild, something designed for sensitive skin. In fact, on some days, just plain water is enough. Less really is more when it comes to feminine care hygiene. It's not about scrubbing harder or using stronger products, it's about protecting the natural balance your body is already working so hard to maintain. Because here's the truth, when you care for your body gently, it responds with comfort. And that comfort doesn't just last for the morning. It carries with you throughout the day, giving you peace of mind and confidence in every step. So yes, stay clean, but stay gentle. Your body deserves that kindness now more than ever. Now let's move on to the third habit. And this one is so often ignored, even though it quietly affects nearly every part of your daily life. I'm talking about movement, but not just any kind of movement. gentle morning stretching and, most importantly, pelvic floor activation. Let me tell you about Carol. She was 67, full of life, always laughing, always busy with her grandchildren. But she admitted something to me one day that she'd never said out loud before. She said, "Whenever I sneeze or laugh too hard, I leak a little, and honestly, I just laugh it off." She thought it was just part of aging, something every woman her age went through. But what she didn't realize was that her body wasn't just being difficult, it was giving her a message. That little leak wasn't just an accident. It was her pelvic floor muscles asking for attention. You see, as we age, muscles naturally weaken. That includes the pelvic floor, the group of muscles that support your bladder, your bowels, even your posture. And when those muscles weaken, it shows up in ways most women don't like to talk about. Bladder leaks. Reduced comfort during intimacy. Even nagging lower back pain that seems to appear out of nowhere. And here's the saddest part, so many women believe these issues are just inevitable. They think, well, I'm over 60 now, that's just how it is. But let me tell you something with complete honesty, it does not have to be that way. These problems aren't a sentence. They're a signal. A signal that your body is asking for small, daily care. And the truth is, it doesn't take hours at the gym. It doesn't even take 20 minutes. Just 5 minutes each morning can make a world of difference. A few gentle stretches to wake up your body, and a few simple pelvic floor squeezes, even while you're brushing your teeth. Nobody else has to know you're doing them. They're subtle, but powerful. Think of them as little reminders to your body that you still have control. That you are still strong. And that you're not surrendering your independence to age. Now, let me pause here for a moment, because this is important. Here's the scary part, if you ignore these muscles, if you tell yourself, it's nothing, or, it's normal, those small daily weaknesses don't just go away. They snowball. They lead to embarrassing leaks, painful intimacy, and eventually even falls or loss of independence. And once that happens, regaining strength is 10 times harder. That's why I created the 29 Days to Reclaim Your Confidence Challenge. It's a simple, step-by-step program designed for women exactly like you. In under 10 minutes a day, you'll work on the very things that matter most at this stage of life: balance, strength, energy, and yes, even bladder control. Each day builds on the last, and by the end of the month, you feel a transformation in your body you may not have thought possible anymore. Don't wait until you're facing a crisis. Don't wait until a fall or a hospital visit forces you to act. Start now, while you still have the choice. The link is in the description, and it's the easiest gift you can give yourself, the gift of confidence. So, remember this, a few minutes in the morning for your pelvic floor isn't just about preventing leaks. It's about keeping your freedom. It's about moving through your day without fear. And it's about proving to yourself that you are stronger than you think. Now, movement is powerful. But strength doesn't just come from the outside. It also comes from what you put inside your body first thing in the morning. Now, we've talked about hydration, gentle hygiene, and the importance of movement. But there's something else your body desperately needs in the morning, something too many women overlook or skip entirely. And that's your breakfast. Let me tell you about Susan. She was 70 when I met her, full of spirit, full of energy for life, or so it seemed. But she had a habit she'd kept since her working years. She always skipped breakfast. She thought, I don't really need it anymore. My body's not the same as it was in my 40s. I'm fine with just coffee. But here's what happened. By mid-morning, Susan would feel tired, sometimes even dizzy. She'd complain about being off balance when walking around her house. At first, she shrugged it off as just getting older. But really, it was her body crying out for proper fuel. You see, after 60, your body doesn't process sugar the way it used to. Your energy reserves don't last as long. And your bones, which have been carrying you faithfully for decades, now need extra support from calcium and vitamin D. Your muscles, too, need protein to stay strong. This is where so many women make a mistake. They think a quick cup of coffee and a piece of toast is enough to start the day. But here's the truth, your body is craving more. It's craving protein to stabilize your energy. It's craving calcium to protect your bones. It's craving healthy fats to keep your hormones in balance. Skipping breakfast might feel harmless, but over time, it can chip away at your stability, your strength, and even your mood. And if you've ever felt lightheaded or weak before lunch, you know exactly what I mean. Now here's the good news, it doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need a fancy recipe or an elaborate meal. Just one nutrient-dense choice can make a huge difference. Maybe it's a bowl of Greek yogurt with berries. Maybe it's a couple of scrambled eggs. Maybe it's a slice of whole grain toast with a little avocado. These aren't just meals, they're building blocks. They keep your blood sugar steady, they give your muscles strength, and they fuel your brain so you stay sharp throughout the day. Think of your breakfast as your foundation. Without it, your body is shaky, like a house built on sand. With it, you stand tall, balanced, and prepared for whatever the day brings. So, the next time you think, I'm not really hungry in the morning, maybe I'll just skip, remember Susan. Remember how skipping caught up with her. And remember that you deserve to feel steady and strong, right from the moment you start your day. Now we've talked about hydration, gentle hygiene, movement, and nourishing your body with breakfast. But there's one final morning habit that often gets overlooked, and yet, it may be the most powerful of all. And that is your daily self-check and mindful reflection. I remember a woman who once shared her story with me. She had been feeling a little discomfort, nothing too painful, just a subtle dryness and occasional irritation. She ignored it for months, thinking, oh, this must just be part of getting older. Everyone goes through it. But when she finally went to see her doctor, she learned it was the early stage of an infection. Something that could have been easily managed had she caught it sooner. Instead, she endured unnecessary discomfort and weeks of treatment that could have been prevented. That story has stayed with me because it's such a clear reminder, your body speaks. It sends signals long before problems become crises. Sometimes it's physical, maybe a little dryness, a change in odor, or irritation that wasn't there before. Sometimes it's emotional, a shift in mood, sudden fatigue, or even feeling more anxious than usual. But here's the problem. Too many women brush these signals off. They say, it's just part of aging. Everyone my age goes through this. And while it's true that our bodies change, it doesn't mean discomfort or pain should be your new normal. Most of the time, those little signals are early warnings, your body's way of asking you to pay attention before things get worse. So, here's the simple practice I encourage every woman to adopt. Take 2 minutes each morning for a self-check. Ask yourself, how do I feel today? Do I notice any new symptoms? Any changes in comfort? Any differences in my skin, my digestion, my mood? This isn't about being anxious or searching for problems. It's about awareness. It's about building a habit of listening to yourself, because awareness is prevention. Think of it like checking the dashboard of your car before a long drive. You don't ignore the warning lights, you make sure everything is working as it should. Your body deserves the same respect. And here's the beautiful part, this little ritual of reflection does more than protect your health. It protects your confidence. Because when you're in tune with yourself, when you know your body and trust what it's telling you, you move through the day with assurance. You don't second-guess every sensation. You don't live in fear of the unknown. You live with awareness, and that awareness gives you peace. So, as you rise each morning, don't just rush into the day. Pause. Breathe. Reflect. Because those 2 minutes can be the difference between catching something early and suffering later. Between living with uncertainty, and living with strength and clarity. Because awareness doesn't just protect your health, it protects your confidence. Watching your body change isn't easy. Sometimes it feels unfair, as though the best years of your life are behind you. Wrinkles appear where the skin once felt smooth, movements take a little more effort, and even the smallest shifts in balance or comfort can feel like reminders of time passing. But here's the truth I want you to carry with you today: your best years are not behind you. They are still unfolding, waiting to be shaped by the choices you make now. These 5 habits we've talked about: hydration, gentle care, mindful movement, nourishing your body, and self-reflection, they aren't just medical advice. They are acts of self-love. They are ways of telling your body, I see you. I value you. I'm here for you. When you practice them, you're not just protecting your health. You're reclaiming control. You're refusing to let age dictate the terms of your life. You're proving that small, intentional choices can ripple outward into massive changes in how you feel. In your energy, your confidence, your independence, and your joy. And you don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Start small. Tonight, when you lay out your clothes for tomorrow, set out a glass of water beside them. Place your gentle cleanser in view where you'll see it first thing. Or even leave yourself a little reminder note on the bathroom mirror that simply says, I'm taking care of me. These small steps may look ordinary, but they add up. And when you look back weeks from now, you'll realize they've transformed the way you move through each day. And I want you to remember this: you don't have to do it alone. If you need a guided path, the 29 Days to Reclaim Your Confidence Challenge was built with you in mind. It's filled with small, daily wins designed to rebuild strength, balance, and self-trust without overwhelming you. You'll find the link in the description, and it may just be the perfect place to begin. Now, before we close, let's quickly recap what we've covered. Your 5 morning habits are: Number 1, hydrate with purpose. Number 2, practice gentle hygiene. Number 3, activate your body with stretching and pelvic floor care. Number 4, fuel yourself with a nutrient-focused breakfast. And number 5, pause for a mindful self-check. Each of these is simple, but together, they create a foundation of strength and resilience that supports you throughout the day. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these habits are already part of your routine? And which one surprised you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one, and your stories inspire not only me, but the entire Elderly Wisdom Guide community. If you found today's message helpful, I invite you to join our family here by subscribing. Each day, we share practical ways to stay healthy, strong, and confident after 60. And if you like this video, a simple click on the like button lets me know this is the kind of support you want more of. But let me say this gently, yet urgently: please, don't just click away and forget what you learned today. Every week you wait is another week your body loses strength, balance, and confidence. Don't let time slip by. Go to the description, click the link for the 29 Days to Reclaim Your Confidence Challenge, and start today. Every step you take now is one less struggle you'll face tomorrow. And as we close, I want to leave you with this: thank you for spending this time with me. Stay strong, stay informed, and remember, your best years are not over. They're still unfolding, and they can be brighter than ever before. I'll see you in the next video.